Hi, welcome to Ken's Games Collection. So, the MegaDrive Mini 2 was announced a few days ago, and I made a video talking about what I thought of it. I didn't know at the time of doing the video that there was a lot of information coming out from the Japanese magazine Famitsu, which went in more detail. Also, I think they did an interview with the developer, and they give the reasons why they went with the MegaDrive Mini 2 instead of a Sega Saturn Mini or a Dreamcast Mini, which is what I wanted. But with this semiconductor shortage worldwide, I can understand why they didn't go down that path. But it does show that they are thinking about it, so I really hope we will see those in the future. But so given that we're going to get a worldwide release of the MegaDrive 2 Mini, it has to happen. It's got some great little add-on attachments to it, which looks really cool. So I can't wait until we do get a release date from Sega for the rest of the world. Now, when they did the presentation, they went through 10 games. There is 50 games in total. 20 of those games are actually going to be Mega CD games. So I've never played the Mega CD. I never owned one. It was back in the day. I did think about getting it. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't get it. So that alone warrants the price of getting it for me. I feel like I really need to get this because I can experience some Mega CD games, and I've gone through how to look at some of that sort of stuff. Monkey Island stands out to me. I don't know if they can get the rights to put Monkey Island on it, but there's a lot of great games that is already been announced on the MegaDrive Mini 2. As you can see here, Bonanza Brothers was a great game, which I owned. I didn't know it was on, I thought it was on the first one, but obviously it wasn't. And also Shining in the Darkness. That was a fantastic game back in the day. I really enjoyed the RPGs from Sega. Thunder Force 4, obviously, for the shoot 'em up fans. So yeah, I want to go through my wish list of what I think should be on there. And I had to really sit down and look at this and try and figure it out, because if you look at their catalog, there is a lot of great games on the MegaDrive / Genesis, and it's just something that's really hard to nail down. We all have our own different tastes in gaming and genres, and it really is a hard thing to try and figure out. But you know, I'm going to try and show some of the games I really like to see on the MegaDrive. Starting off with, yes, Quackshot. I thought it was going to be a given we were going to get it on the MegaDrive Mini, but we didn't. And I'm like, man, what is going on with Sega? Couldn't they get the rights to Quackshot? If they don't release this on the MegaDrive Mini 2, I know there's a lot of us out there that'd be so disappointed in this. It was one of my favorite MegaDrive games back in the day, and graphically it just looks so cool. It looks way better than Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion, and I just want this game so much on the MegaDrive Mini. Although, you know, you can play it on emulation, but I think playing it on the hardware from Sega is going to be special. And if you haven't played it, you're in for a blast if it does get released on the MegaDrive Mini 2. Now, Phantasy Star 2. Now, the reason why I put this one in here is the fact that Phantasy Star 4 was released on the MegaDrive Mini. So, to me, release number 2, the second Phantasy Star game, has a really great story to it. There's a lot of twists and turns in it, and I feel it really deserves to be on the Mini 2. Opposed to Phantasy Star 3. If they put Phantasy Star 3 on that, I would be like, oh my god, why the hell did you guys do that? This is way better. It was a great game back in the day that we loved, and when there was a major plot in it, a plot twist, it was just like, wow. So yes, please, that one. Now, Sonic and Knuckles. Now, why I included this one, we've had Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie released. It's done phenomenal. It's got Knuckles in there, so why not have Sonic and Knuckles in there? I did look at Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but it's very similar, very, very similar to Sonic and Knuckles. So I didn't put in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but Sonic and Knuckles, it just looks really cool. So I think it really deserves to be on this compilation. Now, ToeJam and Earl, Panic and Funkrung. I didn't know this was a 2D platformer. I had to look this one up because I knew the first game was on the MegaDrive Mini. And I started looking at this one. I'm like, oh my god, I never played this back in the day, and I don't know why that was. But when you look at it, it just looks so great with the graphics. It just really pops. So I hope we will see this one on the Mega Drive Mini 2. It'd be so great. Now, Alien Storm is another great game, arcade game. I think it's very underrated. I thought it was a great game back in the day, and it was one of my favorite games on the Mega Drive. And if they do put this on there, it would be great, because it was a game that we played a lot in the arcades, and it has a lot of different modes in it. You have this sort of mode now where you're just shooting up the screen, aliens coming towards you, and it was just such a cool game back in the arcade. So I hope, fingers crossed, we get that one. Now, Revenge of Shinobi. We got, I think it was Shinobi 3 on the Mega Drive Mini, and I was really surprised we didn't get Revenge of Shinobi. It was one of the earlier Mega Drive games, and it really stood out to all of us that owned the Mega Drive back in the day, especially in the early days. It was just a phenomenal game. Music by Ujo Koshiro, which really helped sell this game. And I think there is Spider-Man in this game, so I don't know if Sega still has the rights to be able to use that character in the game, but I hope it does. And if not, then maybe they could, maybe that's why this game wasn't released on the Mega Drive Mini. I don't know, but it really does deserve to be on there. It's just such a fantastic game. Okay, so here's a game that was requested by Christopher Mann. I didn't know anything about Roadblaster. I downloaded the ROM, started playing it. I'm like, man, this is so cool, and I can see why it's got a lot of high scores in reviews, and it's just such a great game. I was really blown away by how fast this is, and just the whole feel of the game is really cool. So yeah, I don't know if Tengen is still around. I don't know if they can get the rights to this game. It just comes down to, especially with the third-party developers, are these companies still around? But I don't know. But this is such a fantastic game, so I really hope it does end up on there. Golden Axe 2. Look, we got old Golden Axe on there, so why not have Golden Axe 2 to continue on the series? Who knows? We might get Golden Axe 2 and 3 on the Mega Drive Mini 2. So it's just a matter of watching and waiting and seeing what's going to happen with this thing. So, you know, over the next couple of months, Sega's going to be releasing another 10 games. I think in June they're going to release a couple of more games, 10 games. So we'll know more as we go along. Now, Tiny Toons Buster Hidden Treasure. I downloaded the ROM to play this, and I'm like, my god, this is such a great game. I never played this back in the day. I do like my Tiny Toons games, especially on Buster Bust Loose on the Super Nintendo. But this one looks really great for the Mega Drive, and I was really surprised just how good it looks. And I don't know if they can get the rights to release this one. It would be great if they did. Now, Musha is a shoot 'em up, which is really expensive. I've seen it go for a couple $100 on eBay. I've included this one just because I think there will be some shoot 'em ups on the Mega Drive Mini 2, and I really hope we see this one. I did start playing this one, and I was like, man, this is actually really cool, but it's really hard as well. Back in the day, that's just the way these kinds of games were. But it'd be so great if we do see this sort of stuff on the Mega Drive Mini 2. I think maybe in Japan it's got more of a chance of being on that version, but we'll see what happens here. Now, I did include Michael Jackson Moonwalker. Back in the day, Michael Jackson and Sega, they were working pretty close together until a lot of things happened with Michael, and I think Sega just moved away from him. But I don't know if they can get the licensing rights to the music in this game. But back in the day, we loved this game. It was in the arcade as well. It was a little bit different in the arcade. But overall, Moonwalker really surprised us just how great it was, and we were blown away by the music. And this is back in the day with these, you know, there's 16-bit consoles, but we were just blown away by the music. So we'll see if that happens. Now, I did include an Echo game because we have Echo the Dolphin in the first one in the Mega Drive Mini. I didn't know this existed until a few months ago. I know it's a lot easier, aimed at a younger audience, and maybe that's selling point is throw a game like this into the Mega Drive Mini 2. aimed at the younger audience, and it's you can play as an orc whale as well. That was something I didn't know until I started watching some of the gameplay footage of it. Obviously, it's going to be a lot easier, I think, and more accessible to a lot of casual gamers. So, yeah, there's got to be a Echo the Dolphin game in there. Now, Rolling Thunder 2 was one of my favorite games back in the day. It was an arcade game from Namco, a lot of action, and I remember buying the import of Rolling Thunder 2 from the Grey Import store here in Brisbane, and it was just a fantastic game. So I don't know if we will see it on the Mega Drive Mini 2, but for me, nostalgia, I just enjoyed this game so much, so that's why I've included this one on the list of games that I really want to see on the Mega Drive Mini 2. So it's just a matter of watching this space and hoping again we'll see this one. Okay, so I was really surprised we didn't get Streets of Rage on the first Mini. We got Streets of Rage 2 on it, but no Streets of Rage, or not even Streets of Rage 3. So if we got Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 3 on the Mini 2, that would be epic because they are both great games. The first one is the standout for me. It's my favorite game. Look, we've seen these games. A lot of this stuff is on different compilations over the last 10 years or so. But to have it on some Sega hardware, and don't forget, this is actually made by Sega. It's not one of those ATT releases that Sega used to deal with. They're making these minis in-house themselves. So it'd be great to have that on the Mini for sure. Only time will tell if we get it. Now, Aladdin. It was a toss-up between Aladdin and The Lion King. But for me, Aladdin really stood out, and you know, the whole story about the development time was so short on this thing. It was just an amazing movie, and for us back in the day, this really tied in really well with the movie, and there's a lot of nostalgia in this game, more so than The Lion King. So hopefully we will see this on the Mega Drive Mini 2. It's only a matter of watching and seeing. Now, I did include Eastwat, which is such an underrated game. It was an arcade game. It got released on the Mega Drive, and it isn't until about the third level when this game actually kicks in and takes off, because in the first few levels you just play as a cop. Later on you do play as the cyborg cop, which really takes it to another level, and there's a lot of different weapons and armor you can get in when you do that. And you have the jetpack as well, where you're able to fly, hover, move backwards, forwards, up and down. And I just feel that this is such an underrated game, and it deserves to be in there so a lot of gamers out there can actually experience this game. You know, the developers put a lot of heart and soul into it, and it was one of my favorite Mega Drive games back in the day. And like I said, it's such an underrated game, and we'll see. Now, Snatcher, I included this one because Mikiro asked, because it is a Sega CD game. I've never played this one back in the day. I've seen this game go for, believe it or not, over $1,100. That was on Cash Converters here. I've seen it on their website. And oh, man, that is just ridiculous. So with 20 Mega CD games, you would think that this is going to be on there. It's just a matter of if they can get the rights to it from Konami. Only time will tell, but I'm really excited to see what Mega CD games we're going to get on this thing. And like I said, it's over the next few months, we'll be getting to see a lot of different releases of what's happening when it does finally get released worldwide. Hopefully it'll be before Christmas here. So that's pretty much it. That's the games I want to see on the Mega Drive Mini 2. What games do you want to see on it? Let me know down below. And yeah, let's hope that we see a lot of stuff and we do get it released before Christmas here in the West. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.